Yeah, so groups and submixes are both just a little bit different than the VCAs and DCAs. So a group is where you're actually grouping together a bunch of the controls of a handful of tracks. So like when you move the fader of one, all the faders move up and down together. When you hit the mute button on one of the members of the group, all of them mute at the same time or solo at the same time. So that's what grouping is. It's just grouping the controls. But like this hasn't done anything with the outputs or anything. It's really similar to the VCA, except the VCA is like grouping the output of that. It's not actually grouping the movement of the fader, if that makes sense.
I think another important thing with that is, so in a live sound situation, grouping is just the controls, but like in a soft like recording situation, in addition to the controls, you can group how you edit as well. So you can like literally like for drums, essentially, you can make sure you do all your cuts at the same point. And so when you group, you only have to do that one cut and it does all the cuts throughout all the regions.
Yeah.
Whereas that's true. That is the big benefit of it. So, and it's also with the automation too. So, so it's really powerful. Then there's submixes, which submixes are different than groups in the sense that a submix is literally sending the output of all of these selected tracks to another location. Through a bus, to like an aux or an output or something like that. So a submix is taking like all your drums, the output of all your drums to the drum bus, and then now you have your drum aux or your drum submix that has that actual audio passing through. The benefit of that, I mean, first of all, it's similar because you can just move that submix bus and it adjusts the volume of the output of the drums. You can mute it or solo it in a similar way. But the big thing is the audio is passing through there, so you can slap a compressor on there or an EQ, and you can actually put processing on the whole submix. And then, of course, you can also export that as a submix, and then there's your stems. So the submix is kind of what can create the stem.
Yeah. Yep.